Hi there, and welcome to an updated spotlight on my own mod, Progressive Automation. So in the last spotlight, we only had the minor blocks. We have now, this is now 1.3.0, which is just released this morning. And we now have the chopper, which was released in the last version for your trees. But we also have these generators, which create redstone flux. So it's fully compatible now with redstone flux, and I'll show you how to get into that in a minute. So let's just go through what the miners do. The miners mine directly under them, plus one spot for every upgrade you have. And there's 4 tiers of all the machines. You start with your wooden one. And we'll get the recipes up, I suppose. It's probably wooden one, and you upgrade it to a stone one, and an iron one, and a diamond one. And the upgrades then are the same. You need the same, upgrade. You need the same upgrade as the type of miner or machine, in fact. So there's the recipes. They're on the wiki, and which is linked to on the forum post. So you put that one in there, and that one in there, and that one in there. So let's just go show you how this works. So I have a miner here, and I will grab myself some there's already tools. We get some fuel, we'll get some coal, and we'll get some cobblestone, because this consumes cobblestone as it works. So let's put in some fuel, and it's going to go ahead and mine. And you'll see that it shows how many blocks there is to mine and how many it's done. And then we can add in some upgrades, and it will do 9. So this will do 9 blocks, so the entire way around. And you can see it's replacing what it mines with cobblestone. Now we can get this to eject what it mines directly into a chest on the top only, or we can use pipes or anything else to extract. I wouldn't recommend putting something under it, because it would try and mine that pipe. So that's the miner. It's very simple. It will use the tools, the durability on the tools. You can use Tinkers tools with them. You can use most modded tools as well. And then of course you can also put enchants on it, just by putting them on the tools. So this now has silk touch, and you can see we're getting stone, which is pretty cool. It also has efficiency, so we're upping the speed of that again. So next thing I wanted to show you is the chopper. Now the chopper was added in 1.2. That was the big thing that was in 1.2. And again, it has 4 blocks, levels of it. In this case, there's not much of a difference on what's going on. The only difference is how quickly the chopper even will chop the leaves. So that's kind of the difference between the various tiers there. So the wooden chopper, same recipe as the miner, except with an axe instead of a pickaxe. And then it goes up in each tier. You can put the same upgrades in these as the miner. So the chopper will automatically plant whatever saplings you have in here around it, and it goes around it. It will start, I think, on one of the faces. Let me get some coal. And it will always start on this face, whatever that face is. I can't remember. How do we know? Oh, east. It will always start in the east face for now. I'm going to be able to rotate that. So if we drop another 7 of these in, you can see that it's going right the way around. And then if we bone meal one of these now, you can see it's starting to chop the leaves down. It's not going to use any durability on the axe when it's chopping the leaves. But once it gets to the tree, it will start to use the durability. And you can see the saplings were, of course, put back in here. And your wood will go here. Now, if you do run out of coal, or whatever you're powering, the wood will go into here because it is burnable. And again, you can just eject them into a chest. And, of course, you can also put yourself a enchanted axe there. Not as much enchants, of course, on axes. That's the other thing. If you do put a chest there, of course, the trees won't grow. So you might want to pipe out from the bottom or something like that. You could put a hopper underneath. That's probably a good idea to do. So there you go. That went quicker as well because of the efficiency. So now, the big thing. This is the RF support. So both the chopper and the miner are able to support RF, and I will show you how that happens right now. So let's grab ourselves some coal, and I just made this generator basically so that you could actually use this mod with the RF support without actually having any other mods. So let's put some block thing of coal. So this diamond one will generate 160 RF per tick for approximately a quarter of the burn time. So all of the generators will generate the same amount of power. So this will generate the same amount of power as this, except the diamond one will do it in about 4 times the speed as the wooden one. So how do you can then connect this right to this. But how do we tell this with power? Because if we get our Ender energy conduits here and try to connect it, see, it's not connecting. Well, you have to craft yourself these RF engines. And the recipe is as such for now. I might change it. So it's just redstone, gold, and diamond or iron. So you get one of these and you put it into the fuel slot. And you'll see it got a little durability line, and it's saying that this now has 0 of 40,000 RF. So these things can store 40,000 RF. And you can see this now says no RF power instead of no fuel. And now we can just connect this up like this, and this thing is going. And it's filling up with RF. So this now is powered by RF, and it's draining from the generator. So we can keep that burning just by fueling up this. And there it's going. And then we can power as much as we want from this. We can power a chopper there and give that a RF engine as well. You might need to break the energy conduit going into it if you put in or take out the RF engine. But other than that, yeah, it's good to go. So that's how you make one of the machines receive RF, by crafting one of these RF engines and putting it into the normal fuel slot that you would put coal or anything else. That's not going to get destroyed, and you can even get to change these between engines if you really want to. Now, how do we craft the furnaces? Well, the furnaces are going to need an RF engine. Sorry, not the furnaces. The generators are going to need a RF engine in them, and then redstone and a furnace as well. And then you upgrade it with another RF engine, because each one can store more than the last. Let's just show you that quickly. So the wooden one can store 20,000 RF, the stone one 40,000, 80,000 for the iron, and 160,000 for the diamond, generating at 20 RF a tick, 40 RF a tick, 80 RF a tick, and 160. Now there is one thing about the wooden generator which you might suspect. You know, wooden generator, that might go on fire, you might say to yourself. Well, yes, it does indeed might go on fire. As you can see here, if the generator is put somewhere where there is flammable objects beside it, it's going to start lighting stuff on fire. And in fact, the wooden generator itself can go on fire. So just be careful about that, where you put your generators. The other wooden machines are also susceptible to going on fire now as well. So I would warn you to keep them away from flammable sources. The stone, iron and diamond are fine. They will not go on fire. The stone ones do have a small chance of going on fire. It's not a huge chance, but there is a chance that it will set stuff on fire. It itself won't go on fire. So you can see the wooden one was setting stuff on fire the whole time. The stone one, not so much. So that's the mod as it stands at the moment. There's plenty of other stuff that I'm going to add to it. So if you want to keep update, subscribe to this channel, or subscribe to the Minecraft forum post, or check out the GitHub with the source. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of break from my normal scheduling, and I will see you later.